Need some inspiration for all that leftover ham? I got you covered. Stick around and I'll show you what our family ate for an entire week out of ham leftovers. Hope you're having a great day today. Today is a Friday. Happy Friday to you. I hope that your day is going well. Today I'm going to share with you what you can make out of ham leftovers. Now ham, I had 2 big hams in my freezer. We got them for, I think it was Thanksgiving. I bought them, yes, Thanksgiving, and then we never were able to have anybody over, and so we had them in my freezer. Someone gave us another one, and I was like, what are we going to do with all of this ham? So I originally intended to make it when we had our friends here that were gluten, soy, and dairy free. I thought that would be a really good thing to make. And so what we did is we, made the ham dinner, but it was 2 huge hams. Well, there was a whole lot of leftovers, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all of this ham? So what you can do right away, chop up that ham real tiny and small. The smaller the pieces, the better, because then you can make it real fine into different dishes. My favorite way is in a food processor. People are like, you puree it, but it makes it super fine, and it's really easy to add a scoop to like eggs or any dishes like that to flavor it. And so freeze it and put it in the freezer. It will freeze for a long time. You can have it in your freezer for months. It's that easy to do. We also you can mix it up with eggs. That's an easy way to use up ham leftovers. I didn't do any of that in this video, but those I thought maybe most people would do. Chop some up real fine. You can even chop up some potatoes with it. Put it on your stove there, put in some eggs. You can make egg cups. A whole lot you can do with some breakfast foods that way. You could also put it for sandwiches. Just slice it thin, obviously, with a piece of cheese on a piece of bread. Eat a sandwich. Switch it up and do different kind of bread or rolls. You wrap it in tin foil, stick it in your oven, heat it up that way, and it's nice and soft and squishy bread, and just like a little sub bun. Another way to do it, you can also take it and do it in the food processor, grind it up, add a little bit of Miracle Whip. We do sweet relish, like pickle relish, and then a little bit of onion, and it makes a really good sandwich spread that you can do as well. That's just some quick ways. I'm not going to share in the video those, but just some things that we have done over the years that are delicious for leftover ham. So this whole week we made ham leftovers dinners, and most were pretty different. There was a couple that were almost the same, but just it had a little bit different flavor, but still great ways that you can use up some ham. So let me show you what I did for Monday. All right, do you ever make a recipe so many times and you've changed it your own way a gazillion times that you don't even know what the original recipe is? Oh, that happens to me. We've made this so many times because we've had it so much, but I think over the years it's oh, I'm out of that. Oh, let's just substitute that. So we do that. So I was just looking, I'm like, let me Google real quick this recipe, so I kind of give you the right one to do. So this is, they call it pretty penne pasta. Penne, is that how you say it? Pretty penne ham skillet. Basically you're cooking, hold on one second. I heard that sizzling, so all I do is open it back up and push it back on. But okay, so you're gonna do a package of 16 ounces of penne pasta, and then over here in your little skillet, you can do this the exact way, but I just do it all with water. They take and they saute in olive oil and butter 3 cups of cubed ham and a red pepper, onion, and garlic. You can do that first if you want that extra stuff. Maybe it tastes better, I don't know. And then what you do is you add a can of chicken broth into it, and then you add half a teaspoon or 1 teaspoon of basil and oregano, and then also a tablespoon of lemon juice. Did I say garlic? They had parsley. I don't think I've ever read of parsley. So forget sauteing all that. I just add water, like chicken broth, so I just use water and chicken bouillon. And I put my ham in here, and I put dried onion, garlic, basil, and oregano in it. To me, it tastes just fine. You can add the other stuff, that's fine. And then the key is the lemon juice. The lemon juice makes it a little bit, it's got that little bit of a not bite into it, just a little bit, a little tartness, whatever lemon has in there, sour, tart, that whatever you want to call it. And then what you do is you boil your pasta, and then when this is done, you just add this liquid pressure cooker, add this to this little water mixture. As long as it's boiling, it's kind of cooking that ham. It's already cooked, it just heats it up really good, makes it soft. Mix it all together, and then when you go to serve it, you add Parmesan cheese.
it's simple. You can put the Parmesan cheese beforehand, but what happens is it gets, you know, sticky and all that stuff, so you just add it when you serve it. But this is a really, we make a ham skillet since the beginning of time is what we've been doing. So I'm just gonna wait for the pasta to boil and then we'll just put it all together. So super simple.
So this is gonna be it. We're gonna have this with the hard-boiled eggs and carrot, easy. Oh, and the fruit. And I've got a thing of applesauce here, and I peeled a couple oranges. Somebody grabbed them already, the little clementines, so they have it. So this is going to be dinner for day number 1, but ham skillet, real simple. You can add way more ham to this if you want, way more liquid, whatever you want, but it's just real light coating and simple and yummy. And this is what we did on Tuesday.
We played hide and seek for hours, raised our shadows among the pines. So offshore, playful and free, without a care in the world. I was one rich little girl, daydreamer, kidnap me. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot. No mistake ever kept me late. We spent summers catching fireflies and winters on our skates. One big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kidnap me. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
This is the ham orzo pasta. We just cooked it in the oven, 350 degrees for about 30 minutes. We're gonna have this with some applesauce tonight. Simple dinner. That's what it looks like. Delicious. This is what we did on Wednesday. All right, we're using up those ham leftovers. A great thing you can make is soup. Any kind of soup is delicious. I know there's like split pea soup and beet soup. We don't usually do that, but we do like a potato ham chowder. We've been making this forever. I wish that I would have saved video clips, but I don't because I filmed so much and have so much footage. But I have made, don't mind the buzzer, a freezer meal. Freezer meals, and I was like, this is ham in it. So this is potatoes, and so it's potato soup. All you do is you chop up your potatoes and dice them. I'm just gonna pour all this. You pour your bag basically in the pressure cooker. No, I'm gonna put it in here. What I did, I have bacon in this as well as ham. So all you do is chop up potatoes. Get a pot, however much the soup is one of those things you don't have to have exact measurements. So get yourself a pot. This is my pressure cooker pot. It is 12 cups max. This will be plenty of soup for us for a few days. Do up some potatoes, chop them up, dice them. I actually left the peels on these potatoes. Put them in here. Then you're gonna put some chicken stock. If you don't have chicken stock, make chicken bouillon with bouillon powder and water. Put that in here. I also have an onion chopped up in here, some celery, and then I chopped up, I have bacon in here because we had bacon, but put ham in there, ham pieces in here, and just boil that and cook it. Okay, let it cook till it's soft, simmer it for a while. Then what you're gonna do is add like a cup of sour cream to it. Maybe, if you don't add too much liquid, you want enough liquid just to cook the potatoes, and then you add about 1 cup to 2 cups of milk in here. Stir that up, and then if you like your soup thin, keep it thin. But if you like it thick, get some instant mashed potato flakes. Yes, sprinkle that in there and stir it to the thickness that you enjoy. Potato bacon ham chowder. Potato bacon ham chowder. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is that the right name? Potato bacon ham chowder. Delicious thing we do. Show you what it looks like here. It's frozen and it's gonna cook up, but we'll show you the finished product. But that's a very easy way to gather up ham leftovers. Okay, after your potatoes are ready in here, I'll cut my half here. This is already cooked in here nice and thick. You can add your sour cream at this time. I'm gonna add about 1 cup of sour cream inside here. You're gonna stir that up, and then you're gonna add your milk to it. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so for your soup here, I've got mine about, like, it tastes good. Taste it and see what it tastes like. If you peel your potatoes, you won't have the peelings in there. I'm gonna add potato flakes. You make it as thick as you want to serve it with. You know, start with just a cup, stir it, and then let it sit for a minute because it's gonna absorb some of that liquid. Then you can tell how thick you wanna make your chowder. That's it, the soup is done. Just put the lid on it, ready for serving. You can make this as like a loaded baked potato soup as well. So when you serve it, you can put it in a bowl. If you have a little buffet, you can put some bacon pieces, some cheese, sour cream, you can put lettuce on there, any kind of little croutons, anything you want to put in your soup. So another way to gather fragments for ham. All right, so here is this. This is gonna be really gooey and really delicious. So I just poured the butter on top. I'm gonna let this sit and rise a little bit. It pops up because it is bread dough. If you wanted to use biscuits, you could do that as well. So we'll do that, then we'll bake in the oven. This dish I'm gonna do completely in the microwave because I've got my burners have food on it that I'm making something else this week. So you're just gonna take 3 tablespoons of butter, and if you wanna do it on your stove, you can. I'm just gonna put it in my microwave, melt it with some 2 cloves of garlic. I added a little bit more because we like garlic. Then I'm gonna put in 2 cups of, you can do shredded or cubed ham that's already cooked. So I've got that in there. You heat that all up. And then you're supposed to add frozen peas. My kids don't like frozen, they like canned peas. So I'm gonna add a can of regular peas in here. And then I'm gonna add my spaghetti noodles to it. And after the spaghetti noodles, I'm gonna stir it all up, and then I'm gonna add a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. Really simple and easy. All right, the loaded potato soup looks like this. We like to put shredded cheese on it and sour cream. See how it's a little bit thicker because it's more like mashed potatoes. If you want it thinner, just don't add that much instant potato flakes, but this is delicious. This is a real good, it's like loaded potato. You can even put extra bacon bits on it to make it delicious. So this is the pasta with ham and noodles. Now I was thinking, I'm like, it's kind of like the penne pasta one that I did the ham skillet the other day, but that has that lemon juice in it, and it's a little bit more liquidy, and it just gives it like a little bit different bite. This is really good because it's just like buttery noodles. Real simple because it's like a real light meal because it's just got the butter in there. So this is really good. Another delicious ham noodles with peas. It's good. This is what we did on Thursday. All right, today's dinner is gonna be super simple. This is one you can put in your slow cooker. If you don't have a slow cooker like a crock pot, you can use your pressure cooker on the slow cooker settings, or you can also put it in your oven and bake it. I'm gonna put it in my slow cooker because I'm gonna be gone all day today, and I want dinner to be done and taste delicious for when I get home. So first I'm gonna take, it's real simple, it's potatoes. We bought the baby ones, my kids like those. You can use regular ones and cut them. We have ham as always, and green beans. You can use frozen green beans. We like canned green beans, and I'm just gonna use some chopped onion. Really simple, easy. So let's first wash our potatoes. Okay, this is really simple to put together. I have my ham all chopped up. So I'm gonna put that in the bottom of my, I'm gonna put it in my pressure cooker, but do it in your slow cooker. And the reason being is that it's got the fat on it. I know, the meat has the fatty part. So it will, you know, when it heats up, it's gonna let the greasy stuff out. You know, the greasy fat, which is, you know, delicious. But it will coat the bottom so that it does not burn in here. So you just put a layer, however much ham you want in the bottom, however much you think your family will eat. Then I'm gonna put my potatoes on top, and I'm gonna take my green beans, I'm gonna pour that with the liquid on top for just one of them. And the reason being is just to have a little bit of liquid in there for the food. And then I'm gonna take some chopped onion and sprinkle it on. So that's it. I'm putting my slow cooker setting. This is gonna go for 6 hours. So now, while I'm gone today, I'm gonna come home and the dinner is gonna be delicious and cooked. You can also just put chopped up potatoes in there, like, you know, slice them, leave them bigger chunks in there so they don't get too small, and like mealy if they cook too long. Delicious. You can add a package of like a French onion, you know, the French onion soup mix in there. Some people do ranch. I don't know about the ranch with the ham. I'm sure it's delicious, but chopped onion. It's easy and simple. This would be a great thing to serve up. We'll serve this tonight with dinner. They can have it plain. They can also have it with a salad. So dinner is done. And we also have that soup mixed in there too. So that was a great thing to have. We still have some of that. Kids do like that for lunches. We'll be having that today. So today is Friday. And so I'm gonna make 2 more of the dishes because I still have ham. And I'm like, we're gonna use this ham up. So today I'm gonna make a pineapple ham fried rice dish. New, sounds really good. And so I'm like, let me try it. I always like a little variety once in a while. It's good to mix things up. You know, I like simple and plain is easy too, but I do like throwing in a couple different recipes once in a while just to see how my family reacts to them. And then something else, I bought this a long time ago, grits. Miss Deb, one of my viewers, she has her own channel, Miss Deb's Delicious Dishes, and she makes grits. Now Lauren, like Matthew, has grown up eating grits from the South, and Lauren had them. She's like, these are so good. And I'm like, I've never had grits, never had grits. Now my kids went and had that with Lauren and Matthew, and they loved it. And so I thought, I've got to make some. I got to try it. So when Miss Deb made it, she made it with, she talked about making it with shrimp and stuff and cheese, and I was like, okay, I can't do the shrimp, but I did find a ham one. So I'm gonna try a recipe with grits. I'll let you know how it tastes. I don't know, I've never eaten grits. We'll see how they turn out, but we're gonna do that today as well. So let's get going and make up our pineapple fried rice for the day. All right, we're gonna start with dicing our onions. So I'm gonna take 1 onion right here, and I'm gonna dice it up real small. If you don't have this, you can just use chopped onion. This works good if you have this in the pantry, but I have these, so I'm gonna cut this up and use this. Does anyone not like chopping up onions? It's not my favorite thing to do. I do have that hand chopper that I have. It's like white and green. You just put the onion in it, slam it down, and it chops it up. That is a whole lot easier to do, but sometimes when I just have a small one, I'll just opt just to chop it up. But these knives I got at Sam's Club, they work great. You can get them. Sam's Club's got restaurant quality kitchen things. Like I know we have pans from there and bowls from there, there are knives from there, even their silverware and everything is like restaurant quality. So if you need some good quality stuff that's gonna last for a while, go check out your local Sam's Club for things. All right, in my mixing bowl here, I'm gonna be adding 6 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm using liquid aminos because we like this a little bit better than soy sauce, and then 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Brand new bottle. All right, who pulls this out and it always rips the wrong one? Oh, I did it. I've never been able to do that. Usually it rips it out all weird. So let's add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. I'm a good estimator. I'm gonna add ground ginger. It's about 1 teaspoon. and about a half a teaspoon of pepper. All right, let's stir this up. Now I'm going to take and dice up my ham a little bit smaller because I just kind of chopped this real quick when I was doing the entire ham, and you know, you don't always get it super tiny. So I'm going to just take some and chop it up real quick. You can use as much ham as you want. I'm not going to use much ham because I'll use about a cup of ham for mine. Use as much as you want. If you want a lot of ham, add more. If not, do less. All right, I'm gonna come over this way now. So now you can see I'm a mess in the kitchen. Don't mind that, we're cooking. That's all that matters right now. So we're gonna start making it here on my stove. I'm gonna turn my burner on. I don't have a wok. It's okay. I had a wok at one time. It's just one of those big giant things in your kitchen. And you're like, I guess if you have the space to store, which I do now, because I can store things in my garage. But when I was given one a long time ago, I did not have the place to store. So it was just one big giant thing somewhere. So maybe one day a wok. But you know what? A pan works just as good. I mean, maybe not just as good. It probably works a whole lot easier, but it'll suffice, so it'll be good. So we're gonna add in here, we're gonna put our olive oil in here, and then I'm going to cook my onion in it for about 3 or 4 minutes. Let's do that. You want to get these soft and translucent. Now, if you don't have the time to do this, or you just don't want to bother with the step, you can use onion powder in your recipe or chopped minced onion. It works just the same. Fresh is good, but not always feasible. Sometimes you look in your pantry and you're like, I don't have any onions. What do? Do I run to the store? No, just use a 99-cent bottle of chopped minced onions. It works just as good, or even the powdered stuff will be just the same. So remember, when they call for 1 large onion, like in this recipe, the little container, like the minced onion, is going to be maybe like 1 teaspoon, maybe 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons is going to be about as much as this, because it goes, and then the powder stuff is about a half a teaspoon itself, because it's more potent, because it's a finer quality. So super good. All right, let's fry this up here. It's going to take about 3 minutes to do it. Just when you start seeing through, you want translucent, so you can kind of see through the onions a little bit, and then we're going to add our garlic to it. You don't want to cook too long with the garlic on here, because it will burn. You just want to keep cooking this as it heats up. If these are frozen, so they're going to take a few minutes to heat up. Now this recipe doesn't have any fried egg in it. You can add that extra, but this one does not. So I would recommend, before doing your onion, I would have just cooked maybe, for this recipe, maybe 4 eggs, scramble them up, put them in here, and just mix them up, and then take them out, and then you can add them to your mixture at the end. I might still do that. We'll see how it tastes. We're going by looks and taste today. So this is almost heated up here, and then I'm going to add pineapple. I just took a can of pineapple. So over there, I drained out the juice from the pineapple. I used pineapple tidbits, and then drank the juice. And then I'll add that with my ham to this, and we're going to keep going with delicious flavors. That looks delicious right there. So let me give you a little tip. You're supposed to use leftover rice for fried rice because it's harder, it's more separated. That's fine, but today what happened, I was like, I don't have any fried rice. So all I did was cook, double an ice machine, my parboiled rice in my pressure cooker over there. And then when it was done, I let it sit for about 7 minutes, is what I let it sit for. And then take it out and rinse it. I know, you're supposed to rinse your rice beforehand. That helps get a lot of the starchy stuff out, but I did it after, and so it makes it real separated, not as gummy. I mean, it's going to be good fried rice, so rinse it after. That'll work. So we're going to add this all together with our little soy sauce mixture. Let me get it. Right here, and we have some delicious rice. And this was about 2 cups of rice. It was 2 cups. 2 cups of rice in my pressure cooker. Add this in. Now this is where the flavors are going to come in. All right, I'm a taster, so that's how I know my food is good or not. So I'm gonna take some out and try it. Oh, that's delicious. That's delicious because it has the ham, you know, the bacony ham flavor. Then you got the sweetness of the pineapple, but you get a little spice with the ginger and the pepper. That's really good. All right, real simple, easy dish. Pineapple, ham, fried rice. You can also, like I said, do some eggs if you want in there. I probably won't do eggs in here. I like it this way. Delicious. All right, let me go put this away. All right, I had to go get another spoon and eat a few more bites. This is really good. Very delicious. Scoop down there and get a nice big bite of that. Oh, that's good. It's good. New favorite way to make fried rice, pineapple. Who would have thought? Never had that. All right, let's go start making our grits. All right, the next thing we make is some ham and cheese grits. Miss Deb, this is for you. I hope I do you proud. So she makes, Miss Deb she's a wonderful cooking lady. She's got a channel here, Miss Deb's Delicious Dishes, and I met her through my channel, and just sweet, sweet woman. And so I've watched her make these and I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. So hopefully she's not cringing when I put it together, but we'll do as best we can. So this we're gonna take, I'm gonna cook some of it in my pressure cooker and then the rest in a casserole in the oven. So I'm gonna take 3 cups of chicken broth here and I'm gonna bring it to a boil and then mix in 1 cup of quick cooking grits. So we're gonna put that in here and do that first. All right, so my chicken broth is almost boiling. So I looked up what is grits. Grits is maize, a dried corn maize. So I don't know, like I said, we'll see how it works, but there's a lot in here. Like I paid 80 cents for this little container and I'm gonna be using just 1 cup for this. So it's almost boiled. So then you're gonna add your grits to this, stir it, put your lid on it and let it cook until it's thickened. About 5 minutes, it looks like it says. So we're just gonna see how this works out. Hopefully it'll be good. All right, slowly add in your grits and stir. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take 2 eggs. I'm just gonna whisk these together here, break them up, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of the hot grits to this mixture and stir it together. Then we're gonna add it into the big pot. So let me do that. Okay, so the recipe asks, the one that I found has processed cheese. I don't have that, so I'm just gonna add, I'm just gonna add a regular sharp cheddar cheese, mild cheddar cheese. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. Let me know, Miss Deb, maybe just for the creaminess factor, but I'm gonna pour that in. Let me show what it looks like while I'm doing it. Stir that. So you're gonna add a cup of, I added mild cheddar, and then it's a 1/4 cup of milk. And then we add 2 tablespoons of butter. That looks like a lot of butter there. All right, so this smells really, really good. I need to try like a tiny bite of it because you're supposed to put it in a casserole. Look at, ooh, that's really good. Wow, okay, very surprising, like I had no idea. That's really good, nice creamy consistency, different. but good. So this recipe says to put it in a baking dish and sprinkle with cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna do that. We'll finish that up and see how that rolls. All right, so it's baking the oven at 350 for 40 minutes till the edges are golden brown and the cheese is melted. This actually tastes really good. I'm licking the side, I know. It came over the side of the bowl. This tastes really good just the way this is. All right, Miss Deb, you sold me. Those are good. Now, I'll be anxious to try it with like the sugary, syrupy cinnamon one, but let's put this in the oven for 40 minutes. All right, I'm gonna do some cleanup, not show you that, and we'll be back to try our grits from the oven. All right, this came out of the oven. I'm just gonna get a little scoop here. All right, let's try it. There's the cupboard over there. Don't mind the cupboard. Shut your cupboards, Amy. All right, let's try the grits in the oven if they were any better in the oven. That's really good. Okay, that's really good. It's got a little bit of that kick from that red pepper. Reminds me of like a cheesy potato hash brown casserole without the bigger texture of potatoes. That's really good. That's not bad at all. That's very good. Little bit. I'm gonna give myself another little bite. So, all right, cheesy ham grits. Thank you, Miss Deb, for inspiration to make some grits for my family. I'm gonna go eat this. All right, those grits taste delicious. Such a good meal. I'm gonna be making that meal again. So I hope you enjoyed today's video with all the different recipes of ways to use up leftover ham. Hopefully you can put these to use in your home. Try them out, just something different. It's always good to get a variety, and when you go, oh, I've had the ham dinner for so long, how can I use these up creatively? This is a great way to do it, but ham freezes great. So remember, you don't have to eat ham every single day, unless of course you want to. Or maybe you're just on a tight budget this week and you buy one ham and you use it all week long. That's a great way to do it as well. So have a great, fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow with another video. We'll see ya. Bye. And for those of you that want to read our psalm with them, we're going to read Psalm 20. Psalm 20. Prayer for victory over enemies. May the Lord answer you, David, in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob set you securely on high and defend you in battle. May he send you help from the sanctuary, his dwelling place, and support and strengthen you from Zion. May he remember all your meal offerings and accept your burnt offering. May he grant you your heart's desire and fulfill all your plans. I like that. Let's read that one again. Verse 4, may he grant you your heart's desire. Do you have a heart's desire? And fulfill all your plans. We will sing joyously over your victory. And in the name of our God, we will set up our banners. May the Lord fulfill all your petitions. Now I know that the Lord saves his anointed. He will answer him from his holy heaven with the saving strength of his right hand. Some trust in chariots and some in horses, right? Do we trust in money? Do we trust in the things that we have? But we will remember and trust in the name of the Lord our God. They have bowed down and fallen, but we have risen and stood upright. O Lord, save the King. May the King answer us in the day we call. Have a blessed day.